from Harvey High School here in Painesville and then enlisted into the Army. She was stationed with the 101st Airborne Air Assault Division at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Upon her completion, her active Army status, she returned home to Painesville to continue her service as an Army reservist. In January of 2003, she deployed to Iraq with the 762nd Transportation Company in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. After an 18-month deployment, she returned home to continue her education, where she obtained an associate's degree from Lakeland Community College and has been employed to the Department of Veterans Affairs, working as radiology technologist since 2007. Everybody, please join in hands in welcoming Christina Pizzi.
Good morning. I would like to take a moment and thank you for allowing me to be a part of today's ceremony. I am truly honored and a tad bit nervous. I'm going to start out this morning with a quote that was delivered by Ronald Reagan. It's about veterans and freedom. It states, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We don't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same." That quote really made an impression on me. Being a veteran and having freedom, it wasn't passed down to me in my genes. It was fought for by many, like my grandfather Robert Neff during D-Day, my father Tony Pizzi during Vietnam, and many, many others before them and after them, and also fought for by many of you here today. It was fought for, then the freedom was handed down to me so that I could do the same. Veterans Day is a day to honor those that served, who have the fortune of coming back home. Today we honor our heroes and our sheroes to remember their achievements, their courage, their dedication. We also take the time to properly say thank you for their many sacrifices. Veterans come from all walks of life, completely different backgrounds, but they all must possess fundamental qualities that tie them together and cement them together as veterans. Courage, determination, dedication, and integrity are just a few that come to my mind. I thought of courage first because it is the ability to do something that frightens you. How scary it is to leave the only life that you know, to say goodbye to your family and friends, not knowing what lies ahead. It is not knowing when or if you will return, but you do it anyways. That takes courage. Determination is the purpose that you have. Some may refer to it as strong-mindedness or stubbornness. It's when you realize you have the courage to go and do something that's bigger than yourself. The determination will follow suit. Quitting is never an option. You are determined to stay the course or complete the mission at hand. Dedication is being loyal and committed to a cause or an idea. It is realizing that your fellow brothers and sisters are more important than yourself. Being committed to the mission or the team, regardless of your personal sacrifices. A lot of people will assume that honesty and integrity mean the same thing, when actually they are indeed different. Honesty is simply telling the truth. Integrity is having a high moral character and living your life by a strict code of ethics. Not many people are able to pick a veteran out from a crowd. We don't walk around with our medals on our chest or brag about our experiences. We do, however, maintain the fundamental traits that were instilled into our core. I would like to close by reciting a poem that was written by Andrea Brett in 2002 entitled, "I Am a Veteran." It is a very well interpretation of veterans. I would ask that you pay close attention to the verses. I guarantee some of you in attendance today are listed in this poem. You may not know me the first time we meet. I'm just another you see on the street. But I am the reason you walk and breathe free. I am the reason for your liberty. I am a veteran. I work in the local factory all day. I own the restaurant just down the way. I sell your insurance. I start your IV. I've got the best looking grandkids you'll ever see. I'm your grocer, your banker, your child's school teacher. I'm your plumber, your barber, your family's preacher. But there's part of me you don't know very well. Just listen a moment, I have a story to tell. I am a veteran. I joined the service while still in my teens. I traded my prom dress for camouflage greens. I'm the first in my family to do something like this. I followed my father like he followed his. Defying my fears and hiding my doubt, I married my sweetheart before I shipped out. I missed Christmas, then Easter, the birth of my son, but I knew what I was doing, what had to be done. I served on the battlefront, I served on the base, I bound up the wounded and begged for God's grace. I gave orders to fire and I followed commands. I marched into conflicts in far distant lands. In the jungle, the desert, on mountains and shores, in bunkers, in tents, on dank earthen floors. While I fought on the ground, in the air and the sea, my family and friends were home praying for me. For the land of the free and home of the brave, I faced my demons in foxholes and caves. Then one dreaded day without drummer or fife, I lost an arm, my buddy lost his life. I came home and moved on, but forever was changed. The perils of war in my memory remain. I don't really say much, I don't feel like I can, but I left home a child and came home a man. There are thousands like me, thousands more who are gone, but their legacy lives as time marches on. White crosses and rows and names carved in Q remind us of what these brave souls had to do. I am part of a fellowship, a strong, mighty band of each man and each woman who has served this great land. And then when Old Glory waves, I stand proud, I stand tall. I helped keep her flying over you, over all. I am a veteran. Thank you all very much.
Let's give one more round of applause for Ms. Christina Pizzi, please.
Good speech.
Now may I have Mike Bodnar please ask up Lauren Greer to sing the national anthem.